Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. This Mid-American Conference showdown between the Bowling Green Falcons and the Central Michigan Chippewas features two teams with contrasting momentum. Bowling Green is coming off a commanding win, while Central Michigan is aiming to recover from a difficult defeat. Let's dive into each team's recent performance, strengths, and challenges as we evaluate the best picks for this matchup. The Bowling Green Falcons enter this game on a high note, fresh off a 41-26 victory over the Toledo Rockets. In that game, the Falcons' offense looked efficient, racking up 402 yards and achieving 23 first downs without a single turnover. Their ability to capitalize on the run game was key, averaging an impressive 5.8 yards per rushing attempt, which indicates an improving ground attack that could make the difference in this matchup. On the defensive end, Bowling Green put up a solid performance against Toledo, holding them to 3.6 yards per rushing attempt and forcing 2 interceptions. The Falcons gave up 422 total yards, 320 passing, 102 rushing, but they managed to contain Toledo's offense just enough to secure the win. Bowling Green's defense has been one of its strengths, allowing only 21.6 points per game, which ranks them 44th nationally. Offensively, they're averaging 31.0 points per game, which ranks 49th in the country and has helped them stay competitive in close games. In contrast, the Central Michigan Chippewas are struggling to find their rhythm. They're coming off a tough 46-7 loss on the road to Miami, OH, where they faced difficulties on both sides of the ball. Offensively, the Chippewas failed to establish any momentum, managing only 3.6 yards per pass attempt and 2.9 yards per carry. Their conversion on third downs was a low 4 for 13, and despite maintaining possession for 26 minutes and 49 seconds, they couldn't put together successful drives. The Chippewas' defense had a rough outing as well, allowing Miami to amass 518 yards, with Miami averaging 9.6 yards per pass play and 7.1 yards per rush. The defense has struggled consistently, allowing 32.3 points per game this season, which ranks 116th in college football. Central Michigan's offense has also been subpar, tied for 79th in the nation with 27.1 points per game, making it difficult for them to keep up with high-scoring opponents. Injuries have been a significant setback for Central Michigan, especially at the quarterback position. They've rotated through 3 quarterbacks due to injuries and are now relying on Jace Bauer, who has only completed 51% of his passes for 280 yards with 1 interception. Another potential option, Bert Emanuel Jr., who has contributed with 99 passing yards and 128 rushing yards, is questionable with a hamstring injury. The instability at quarterback puts extra pressure on Central Michigan's offense, which has struggled to move the chains, especially on third downs. Third down efficiency. Bowling Green has a slight edge here, converting 39.05% of their third down attempts, 41 of 105, compared to Central Michigan's 33.02%, 35 of 106. Being able to sustain drives will be crucial, particularly in what could be a closely contested game if both defenses hold their ground. Recent defensive performance. In their last 3 games, Bowling Green's defense has been notably effective, allowing just 16.3 points per game. In contrast, Central Michigan has given up an average of 42.0 points over their last 2 outings, highlighting a glaring disparity in defensive performance. The Falcons' ability to limit scoring opportunities could give them a strong advantage, especially if Central Michigan's offense continues to struggle. Impact of quarterback injuries on Central Michigan. The constant shuffle at quarterback for the Chippewas has prevented them from finding offensive stability. If Bert Emanuel Jr. remains sidelined, Central Michigan's offense will likely be limited, making it challenging to keep up with a more consistent Bowling Green squad. Prediction: bet on Bowling Green Falcons minus 10.5 points. The Falcons have been far more consistent and are less affected by injuries, which should help them win by at least 11 points. Both offenses have faced challenges recently. Bowling Green has averaged 25.0 points per game over their last 3 contests, while Central Michigan has managed just 22.0 in the same stretch. With injuries hampering offensive options for both teams, sustained drives and scoring opportunities may be limited, leading to a potentially lower scoring game. Over/under prediction. Take the under 46.5 points as the stronger play, as both teams are dealing with offensive struggles and injuries. It's unlikely we'll see a high-scoring affair, as the Falcons' defense should keep Central Michigan's offense in check, while Bowling Green's methodical pace may also limit scoring on both ends. The Miami Redhawks are aiming to keep their momentum alive as they sit at 4-4 overall, 3-1 MAC, and set their sights on bowl eligibility. Quarterback Brett Gabbert, despite being listed on the injury report, is expected to play and has been instrumental for the Redhawks offense. Gabbert has shown solid production this season, completing 58.9% of his passes, 132 of 224, for 1,727 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. In the run game, Keon Mosey leads with 545 rushing yards on 86 carries, averaging an impressive 6.3 yards per attempt and adding 2 touchdowns on the ground, though he hasn't been involved in the passing attack. Defensively, the Redhawks have been highly effective, ranking 35th in college football by allowing only 19.9 points per game. Their defensive unit has made an impact by pressuring opposing offenses, accumulating 13 sacks, 6 interceptions, and 6 fumble recoveries. With strengths across offense, defense, and special teams, Miami has shown consistent improvement as the season progresses. Miami's offensive momentum. The Redhawks have been a scoring powerhouse recently, averaging 38.0 points per game during their 3-game winning streak. This offensive surge bodes well against a Ball State defense that has consistently struggled to contain opponents. Ball State's defensive vulnerability. Ball State's defensive issues may be the deciding factor in this game. With their inability to apply pressure and a secondary that has been exposed, they could face a tough day against Gabbert and Miami's versatile offense. Quarterback battle and scoring trends. Both teams have reliable offensive weapons and productive quarterbacks. While Ball State's passing game has been effective, Miami's multifaceted offense, combining Gabbert's passing with Mosey's strong running, may prove more dynamic. The total has gone over in 4 of Miami's 8 games and 7 of Ball State's 8, suggesting a high-scoring matchup. Miami OH has a significant advantage in both offensive efficiency and defensive prowess, giving them the upper hand in this matchup. Gabbert's presence and the Redhawks' offensive rhythm should put pressure on Ball State to keep up, which may be challenging given their defensive struggles. Prediction: bet on Miami Redhawks to win. Miami's offensive consistency, combined with Ball State's defensive vulnerabilities, should allow the Redhawks to control the game and secure a victory. Both teams have shown they can score, and neither defense excels at pressuring the quarterback, allowing both offenses to move the chains. With Samonza and Koziel likely finding success through the air for Ball State and Miami's offensive depth, this game has the potential to be high-scoring. Over/under prediction. Take the over. The trend for both teams leans toward high-scoring games, and with both offenses capable of finding the end zone, the over is a solid choice. Final predictions. Moneyline: Miami Redhawks to win. Total points: over.